A 38-year-old Chicago woman is accused of stabbing her boyfriend to death after they argue over who would get to use the microwave first. Now, this lady was pregnant, of course, and she's been charged with one felony count of first-degree murder, according to the Chicago police now. She stabbed him over who was going to use the fucking microwave first, which was crazy. I mean, even though she was pregnant, still doesn't fucking like kill somebody over using the microwave. No, that shit's crazy as hell in my eye. But I think that if y'all gonna do some stupid shit like that, at least be kind of considerate of somebody else who I should say, in her situation.
911, where's the emergency?
What is the address here again? Something terrible has happened. I'm babysitting 2 kids. What's the address? Oh my God, I think he is not even alive.
What's going on there?
I don't know. He's bleeding.
Who's bleeding?
There's blood everywhere. The little boy that I'm watching, he's 11.
Units 995 Alden Drive, 995 Alden. I have a female on the line stating there's blood everywhere. She doesn't think the child is alive.
Blood pot coming out of his throat. Please hurry.
Are there any weapons around?
Elijah. The other boy that's here, I don't know where he's at.
Okay, how old is the...
He's 11. Please hurry.
He's 11?
Yes.
Okay.
I smell like...
When was the last time you saw him when he was okay?
When he went to bed at 8:30 and his brother went to bed at 9. Please hurry. Oh, he's got blood just pouring out of his mouth.
Okay.
I don't think he's breathing.
Okay, can you check to see if you can feel any air coming out of his nose or mouth or feel a pulse?
I don't feel air, anything.
Okay. And you last saw him just an hour ago?
Oh, hurry. I think he might still be breathing. There's water. No, about 8:30. What time is it?
It's 9:30.
It's 8:30.
Okay. What do you think he hurt himself on?
I have no idea. He's got a hole in his neck.
A hole in his neck?
Yes, please.
Okay, do you
someone
see...
here?
Do you... Ma'am,
my phone's about to go.
Okay, they're on the way. I'm going to stay with you.
She's saying there's a hole in an 11-year-old child's neck. There's blood everywhere. I'm trying to figure out what happened.
Do you see a gun or a knife or anything, ma'am?
I don't, but something smells like maybe gunpowder. I don't know.
Okay. Are there any weapons known to be in the house?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
I heard a pop and I ran back here and the other boy came out and said, what was that? And I ran in here. He's got, it's in his chest. Please hurry. I think he's still alive. He's moving.
He's moving? Can you try to give him, chest compressions?
I can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay, what's going on now?
1, nothing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
The officer's pulling onto the street right now.
She's trying to do CPR. She's also saying that there's a 9-year-old child that was in the house and now he's gone. She doesn't know where he went.
Come in here this way, please. He's 11 years old. I don't know where his brother went. I heard a pop.
Sadly, Caleb died in hospital later that evening. His other brother fled the scene but was apprehended by police nearby the Ohio home. The weapon had been stolen from their grandparents' house, Elijah somehow breaking into the secure cabinet. To understand what led to the first murder in the small, sleepy town of Streetsboro in 20 years, the teen's short but difficult life was examined in court. Elijah and Caleb were born into a family of addiction. Their biological mom said after Caleb was born prematurely at 24 weeks old. A drug test was taken on her. They were put into the foster system. Soon after, the brothers were adopted by Martin and Dina Lishing. The couple divorced several years after the adoption, but while they were still married, Elijah suffered early childhood abuse. During the trial, he told the court that his adoptive mother, Dina, was more devoted to his little brother than she was to him. He also detailed the harsh punishments Dina handed him.
Damn, that's messed up. He shot his brother. And I can not only just imagine what he was going through if he was suffering from a lot of stuff mentally. You know what I'm saying? And this is where, as a parent, we got to recognize different signs and all this and that. When some don't, I don't know. Because I try to study everything about my kids so I can try to realize when they not acting right or when something seems to be bothering them or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Even with people, if I see somebody look a certain way and they used to be in one way, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to ask you if you're okay. Hey, however you respond, I'm just going to leave it at that. As long as I know I said something to you to make sure that, yeah, I'm concerned about your well-being.
Psychologist Dr. Amy Thomas testified about Elijah's complex psychological diagnoses at the sentencing hearing, including reactive attachment disorder, also known as developmental trauma disorder, DTD. The doctor explained that a child with this disorder has disrupted brain development, and if they don't get early and highly specialized intervention, they can suffer long-term and devastating impacts. Additionally, she diagnosed the 13-year-old with post-traumatic stress disorder and conduct disorder, both common diagnoses for children with DTD. Furthermore, Dr. Thomas believes Elijah also suffers from paranoia, and a previous clinician had diagnosed him with schizophrenia. He was sentenced to juvenile detention until he turns 21, and at that time, his case will be re-evaluated with the potential for adult detention time. His stepmother is now using the tragic event to shine a light on mental health, hoping that she can save another family from the heartbreak they have suffered. Jackie believes that if Elijah had been diagnosed and supported by the system earlier, there's a chance he wouldn't be in prison and Caleb would still be alive.
Just like a real parent, she didn't even know what her son was going through, and that she wished she would have known a lot more to try to get the proper help that he needed, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy though, like mental health is so real, and it's sad that we recognize it when it's too late, instead of catching it, you know what I'm saying, in the beginning. And I know a lot of us need breaks. Whether it's a break from reality, a break from whatever we're dealing with, everybody need a break. Can't say you don't need a break. I'm just happy to see that she was in this situation to be positive, and hopefully with him being, you know, where he's at, he getting the proper treatment that he needs.
This story out of Washington State is terrifying. It all went down on Tuesday morning at a high school in Seattle. Just before second period, 911 received a call asking for help. And when police got on the scene 4 minutes later, they found a teen student had been shot. A team tried to give the student CPR and soon rushed them to the hospital, where they ultimately died. About an hour later, cops tracked down 2 teens on a public bus, one of which was the suspected shooter, and placed them under arrest. There aren't many details about what went down or who the victim was, but the cops have said that they believe this shooting was a targeted attack. For students, it was yet another reminder of America's everyday gun violence.
Obviously, like in this day and age that we live in, I was like, oh, what if those are gunshots? And then I was like, oh, no way. And then, of course, I realized immediately, oh, those probably were gunshots, weren't they? Because then we went into lockdown.
Education Week's school shooting tracker reports a total of 41 school shootings this year to date in the U.S., with 123 people injured or killed in these attacks. The 14-year-old suspected shooter is expected to face a first-degree murder charge, and a 15-year-old who prosecutors say may have been carrying the gun used in the shooting in their backpack faces additional charges. Police are still investigating everything that went down.
Shout out to these beautiful people that's let me use their content and bringing it to other people in a different kind of way, and using it just as a review to just say how crazy people is, you know what I'm saying? This dude was going through houses, being reckless with cars. I mean, man, what will possess somebody to go to this extreme of not trying to get caught, knowing damn well you about to get hit with more charges. You just asking to basically be sitting in prison for the rest of your life. Like, come on now, people gotta do better. I mean, shit. That's crazy. I couldn't even imagine having somebody run through my crib on some crazy hot pursuit type shit, you know?